Hey guys, just wanted to do a video on Discus and talk about why they are my favorite fish. Let's see if I can get these two are a pair. The smaller one is the female only because I saw the egg laying tube. But I just wanted to try to zoom in so you guys could appreciate these two. They get along very well. Now they're in the dark area of the tank. But colors on this fish are just pretty spectacular. But the things about this fish that to me are just I'm just going to try to sum it up why this is my favorite fish. But they're very intelligent. Most cichlids are. I find very few cichlids that are not intelligent. But there's some things about this fish that really separate it from all the other cichlids. But what's really interesting about the Discus to me, and we'll just focus on this little guy right here. The color on them is spectacular. And you can learn so much about this fish by looking at the color as well as the eyes. This fish actually has the ability to change its color at will. Anyone who's bred them will tell you that the lighter colored Discus are harder on fry. The fry get attracted to the darker parent. So if you go out there and look on YouTube, check out people that breed Discus, they will put things around the tank that are white in color so that the fry have a better chance of finding the parent. And when the parents, and this is the really part about the Discus that just really put them over the top for me, they pair up, and they actually are one of the few fish on the planet that feeds its own young. And by that I mean they secrete a mucous membrane on their skin, and they will feed the fry. I don't know, for maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. It just depends. Some people separate them at a certain time so that it doesn't damage the parent. But they're the only ones that will feed their fry. And they're highly intelligent. And that's the part about this fish that just amazes me, is how they communicate with their young as well as with other Discus based on color. So if one of them is in an aggressive mood, you'll see the eyes go red and they'll darken up. And if one of them's in a panic mood, you'll see it kind of go a white. So they have the ability to change their color at will based on mood. And the only other thing that really comes to mind in the aquatic world that has this chameleon characteristic is an octopus. So if you guys ever do any research, go look them up. But an octopus has the ability to sit on a chessboard, actually match the squares on it. When they get angry, they go red. They can actually, you can tell the mood of an octopus by the color. And so look at the eyes on the big blue guy. I just nicknamed him Big Blue. He's the only blue diamond in here. Well, just watch the color of this eye. Look at it's changing. It's going to a yellow. If I can zoom in on this eye color and you can watch it change. Now, this is the only blue diamond in the tank. Watch this eye color change. It's dark right now, but it usually goes to a yellow based on mood. And I think it's kind of watching me. They have really good vision. They're very intelligent. The only thing about this fish that's kind of sad is they're very susceptible to parasites, especially, I want to say gill flukes. It's a parasite. I think that's right. I'm sorry, guys. I'll have to look it up. I'll post it in the description of this video. But they're really susceptible to that when other fish in the tank aren't. And, all right, I'm going to come back on that guy, and his eyes are going to be a different color, I promise you. But these two are just stunning. And you can see the eye color on both of them. And they both have really pretty red eyes. And you can see they get along well. But they have the ability to change color based on mood. So to me, that's like the two indicators for discus. If you've got discus, the color of the eyes and how well they're breathing. Because if they're breathing hard, it's a sign of gill flukes. And the eyes on that one are pretty spectacular. And let's see if I can zoom in any better. But very intelligent fish. That little one right there likes to come to the glass whenever it sees me. And looks like she's cleaning that corner of the glass to lay eggs, which would rock. Great time for a video. And one thing I did, I'll show you. I've got paper here. Let me pull the camera out just so you can see. I actually put a well, I'll show you the outside. I put white paper here because the blue diamond would go to this area of the glass. Let me pull out. The blue diamond would go to this area of the tank and stare into the smaller 33. So I put a piece of white paper up just so they wouldn't feel like they had to go hide, and just to stop aggression and intimidation from the bigger one. And I'm going to go get some food, and I'll pull out here on the 120 and let you guys watch this while I go get some food to put in the tank. And then we'll post this up. But to me, discus, it's just the most amazing fish. I haven't been able to breed them successfully. That's really my goal right now in the hobby. If I can breed a pair of discus, I'm just going to be ecstatic. So, because they do feed their own young, and I don't know. To me, the only other thing aquatic-wise that's that unique is probably a seahorse, just because it's the male that carries the young. But I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get some frozen bloodworms. And you may get a little bit of glare as I pop this canopy top. You guys hold tight. Enjoy the show. So these guys are really intelligent. You can see how they just instantly know I'm going to feed them. Rainbows aren't too stupid. Get some bloodworms in there. The challenge I found with discus is the food. They need a higher quality diet. I do give them flake on occasion, but I also try to. Their favorite is blackworm. I just can't easily get them blackworms where I'm at. But so the closest I can get is the red bloodworms. I think the other biggest challenge for discus is you just have to really do big water changes often. The more you feed them, the better off they'll do, as long as you're doing water changes. Get some food in there for these guys. See if I can get Big Blue to come out. I'm seeing something on his fin I'm not crazy about. We'll see what that is. And the guys in the 33 see me putting the bloodworms out. And look, I'll just show you guys. Let me pull back. They're looking at me like, feed us. Which is a great sign, by the way. That's what you want to see. And that's what they do, especially most cichlids. They will come to the tank. They'll come to the tank for food. And feeding time is an important time if you have aquatic fish, to make sure that everybody's healthy and everybody's eating well. And I probably put in too much food for them, but that one on the left, believe it or not, will probably eat it all. Let me put this back in the freezer. But I just think they're a great fish for freshwater. I think they're probably one of the prettiest fish and one of the most enjoyable challenges in the hobby. They live about 15 years if you can take care of them and meet their demands. I think that you really need to overfilter. I think overfiltration is worth doing. See, look at the eye color. That's a good eye color. So before it was kind of a gray. One other thing to notice is right above the eyes, that little bump right there, that's where that fish stores fat. So on Discus, a healthy Discus, you want to see that nose, that ridge, you want to see it really thick. So like, see this older one, I'm going to get my finger, see that bridge right there? That's where all the fat's stored, and you want to see that really solid and really filled out. On a Discus not doing well, and this one actually, see if it'll turn towards me, it's kind of sunken in a little bit. It's done better. It's eating more. But that one, I lost one that wasn't eating, and that ridge right there on the nose, it was just very thin, very fine. And that's where they store fat. So when you start to lose a Discus, that's where you'll see it, right on that line. But anyway, beautiful, beautiful fish. And that's why I like Discus. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I put it all together. Thanks for watching. Later.